Hi, how is everyone today? Excuse me. So last week I went live and I talked about the struggles I was having and how I got through them. And I wanted to talk today about how my mindset has changed everything. Now, it's not easy to maintain that positive mindset. So you have to find things, well, I had to find things that kept me there, that kept me in a positive mindset, that even if those negativity and that thoughts and the doubting of myself all came back, I would find ways to boost my mindset. So in the beginning, I chose last year, about 10 months ago, I chose to come off of all of my prescription medications. I chose that I set a goal that I was going to be healthier, that I was going to stop relying on prescription medications, which were causing a whole other slew of issues from the side effects of those medications, and that I was going to live a healthier lifestyle. Prior to that, I had already lost 95 pounds and I had already started walking and doing things to better myself. And now I wanted to start another process to help my health and my mind be free of those restrictions. It has not been an easy journey. There has been a lot of ups and downs and a lot of setbacks. And that is what I got confused. Like, I thought I had to set a goal and I had to reach that goal and I had to stick to the plan. But what I realized is that if the plan isn't working, don't change the goal, change the plan. You know, I really struggle with sticking to things and I get easily swayed from my goals by that negative thinking. So I realized, set a goal, change your mindset, achieve that goal. Make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. You know, whether it's slow or fast, or I go 5 steps one day and 6 steps back the next, it doesn't matter. I'm still constantly moving towards that goal. So I set that goal of coming off of my prescription medications, finding a healthier alternative. I did. I came off of all 7 of those medications. It's been 10 months now, and I found CBD oil, which has been amazing and has helped me mentally and physically. That was the first step. That was the first step I took. I made that big change, and that was the first step I took. And I realized by doing that, I had more energy, I had more motivation, I had a better attitude, and I was freed from those chains per se. So it was like, now that I'm free from these chains, what do I want next? And the next thing I wanted to do was find a way to work from home and help other people. Well, CBD oil changed my life. I came through hell and back with that. It has done wonders for me. So why not fuse those two things together, right? That was my thinking. So I fused those two things together. I started working from home with the company that I now run a business with, which is HempWorx, and I sell that CBD oil now, and I help other people find the relief I have found. So those are the two first things I did. And then the third thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get my mindset right. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to work harder on me. So I know my weaknesses. And one of my biggest weaknesses is if I put too much on my plate at once, I get overwhelmed and I shut down and I fail at everything. So that's why I started with baby steps. Started with the medication and the oil, then the business. And then as that time went on, I said, okay, I am one to always constantly start doing yoga or working out, but I never stick to it. How can I stick to that? What can I do? So I'm not doing it the same way I used to do it. I used to get up and drag my feet every single morning. I hate the mornings, by the way. I absolutely hate getting up. Luckily for me, I don't have to get up until 8 a.m. Well, 7:30, 8 o'clock. When Shane was not in cyber school, I had to get up a lot earlier than that. So I'm kind of glad for that now. But I needed to find a way to get up out of bed, have that energy, utilize that energy, have that focus, and not let my laziness or my negative thinking or whatever the case may be stop that. So I decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up every morning and I'm going to walk on the treadmill and I'm going to get those endorphins going. And I'm going to force myself to walk on that treadmill no matter how I feel. The reason why I do this, for me especially, is because it kicks in that adrenaline, those endorphins, those good feeling emotions that help me click into the mindset that I need to click into. And the cool thing is after I started walking on the treadmill, I was like, okay, now I want to do something else. I want to tone. I want to feel better. I want to be stronger. I want to have more energy. If anybody knows me personally, you know I'm extremely weak as far as my strength is concerned. I've got very little physical strength because my body has had so many issues and I've never really worked on my muscles. And I have certain restrictions, so I can't do like weightlifting or certain things like that because of certain skeletal issues that I have that would doing that would agitate. So I started doing yoga. Now I've done yoga in the past on and off, never stuck to it, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to make it fun because it gives another edge to it, and I'm going to find someone to do it with. Well, I'm home all day with my daughter, so who else to do it with, right? I'm trying to teach her that how to be strong and how to better herself and how to stay focused and be healthy. Why not get her to do it with me, right? She loves it. So every morning we wake up, we do, well, not every morning. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Eventually it will be every morning. But at this point in time, you know, with your building up of the muscles, it's really, I'm really sore. So it's nice to like have a little bit of break in between there. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, every morning we get up, we do yoga. She starts her school. She logs into homeroom and starts her schoolwork and does her thing after that. And I hit the treadmill. It feels good to share these experiences with her. It feels good to know I'm setting a good example. And after several times of doing this, I no longer need to force it. I no longer need to drag my feet to do it because I'm excited. Like it's in my mindset already. This is what I wake up. This is what I do. You know, a healthy lifestyle not only changes your body, but it changes your mind and your attitude and your mood. And that's what I needed. I needed something that was going to spark that drive in me. So I am now medication free for 10 months. I am happy and healthy from my oil. I have energized and I'm energized and I have more motivation, which I'm putting into my business. I'm putting into my personal life. I'm putting into my relationship with my children. I am setting examples for my kids. All of these things I started in baby steps, and I'm still just adding a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time. Once I get one thing down, I add something else because I need to push myself to do better. I want to go somewhere in life and I have goals and I'm going to hit those goals. And the reason I'm going to hit those goals is because I am working towards them. And when the plan doesn't work, I change the plan. I don't change the goal. I just change the plan because it doesn't matter how we get there. And I don't put a time limit on it. Like a lot of people are like, well, set a goal for the month. I have time limit. I have goals that have time limits for my business. That is understandable. But I don't put like a certain amount of weight I want to lose by a certain amount of time or a certain amount of sizes I want to go down by a certain amount of time. I set a goal more along the lines of I'm going to do a half an hour of this 4 days a week. These are the days I'm going to do it. Simple goals. I'm not focusing on the giant picture when it comes to my plans for my goals because the giant picture will come together. I got to focus on the little stuff because if you're like me every time I focus on the big picture, I get riddled with freaking anxiety. Like, oh my God, I want to do this and this and this and this by this time. And no, it's too much for me. It's overwhelming. So if I keep it simple and I just say, okay, so for today, I'm going to do 40 minutes of this specific workout for yoga, and then I'm going to work on the treadmill doing this specific workout already programmed into the treadmill. And then after that, I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to go live and I'm going to share myself, my experience, what I'm going through right now. That's what I do. Just little tiny things. It took me a really long time to be comfortable talking to people live. I'm still not 100% comfortable talking to you guys because it's weird. I'll be very honest. It's weird. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I know you're on here and I see you guys watching. And if I make anybody feel a little bit better about themselves or think that they can do something else that they didn't think they could do, or to try something to better themselves, or whatever the case may be, then I've hit my what part of my larger goal. Because I want to help people and I want to help myself. I want to do something that matters. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom and that matters. And I matter to my family and I matter to my friends. But I want to do something to make a good impact in the community around me. And I have found what makes me feel good. And what helps other people feel good. And I found what works for me, and I'm astonished at the way it has improved my life. You know, like, I'm still working on the organizational stuff and I'm still working on time management, but I get everything I need to get done. And I don't beat myself up if I don't get to the laundry, or I don't beat myself up if I don't get to cleaning the whole house that day or whatever. I don't do that anymore because the truth of the matter is I clean up every day. My house is always very, very nice and tidy. It's the dusting, the vacuuming, and the major cleaning and stuff like that I have to get done. And sometimes life needs to come first. If I don't take care of me, I'm no good for any of that stuff. So if I have to push it back a day, I don't beat myself up. If I work and I go over and I have to run around the rest of the night, I don't beat myself up. Like, I try really hard to keep that positive mindset. And the way that works for me to keep that positive mindset is by doing things that make me feel good. I take my oil, it makes me feel good. I help my daughter, it makes me feel good. I do yoga, it makes me feel good. I walk on the treadmill, it makes me feel good. That is what I do. I do what makes me feel good, because when I feel good, then my mindset is right. And when my mindset is right, I'm accomplishing things. And when I'm accomplishing things, I am meeting and hitting my goals. And I am bettering myself. And you know what? There are times where I don't want to do anything. And I get set back and something doesn't get done. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't do it. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And that stuff happens. Well, we're human. We're not perfect. I know what is the most important stuff I need to do every day. And as long as I get those things done, there is time for everything else. As long as my family's taken care of, I'm taking care of my health. My daughter's doing well in school. The house is manageable. You know, like, all of that stuff works itself out if you're taking care of yourself and the ones you love. But the thing is we can't take care of the ones we love if we're not taking care of ourselves. I know that those days when I'm frustrated and my mindset is not right, what happens is Shane struggles. Shane has a rough day because she picks up on the fact that I'm having a rough day. So what do? I involve her in the things that make me feel good. Then she feels good too. Today, she is killing it. She is getting all her stuff done. She is not whining about it. She is not Mondays, usually for going back to cyber school, she will drag her feet. She drags her feet almost every single Monday. This Monday, I made sure I was right, and I had her do those things with me so she would be right, have the right mindset, and now she's killing it up there. And that is all I can possibly ask for. You know, like, CBD is part of it. You know, it allows my systems to be balanced so I can get in that right mindset, so it's easier to not fall into the negativity. But that's just part of it. You know, coming off those medications and going on the CBD oil, that's just part of it. That's just a small part of it. That's the jump start. That's what made it possible, but it's just a small part of it. That's not a solution. That is an aid to find the solution to have that mindset. I am really working hard at this because I am so tired of living in that negative thinking. And it's not all the time, but it really does suck when you're beating yourself up over things that you have no control over, you know? And then the things that you do have control over, if I'm not doing anything to change that, then what good is it? You know, like, if I'm going to complain about the 12 pounds I gained over the holidays, but do absolutely nothing to stop gaining more weight or lose those 12 pounds, I've only got myself to blame. You know, if I complain about my anxiety and my stress levels and I do nothing to lower those anxiety or stress levels, then I only have myself to blame. You know, I can remove myself from situations. I can learn how to better deal with situations. I can take something that's going to help my anxiety and my body be in balance, and then I can do things that are going to encourage weight loss, encourage developing physical and mental strength. I can do that stuff. So I have to do it, right? That's how I'm looking at it. I'm just really grateful that I have the ability to overcome this stuff and share it with everyone. I'm grateful that I have the tools that I need. You know, I mean, after many years of counseling, I should, but, you know, knowing the tools and implementing them are two totally different things. And if you're constantly in that negative mindset and you're not doing what works for you, okay, this is really important. What works for me may not work for you. What works for other people does not work for me. I have always tried to do exactly what everyone else tries to do to better themselves, or for whatever situation it may be. I'm like, oh, it seems to really work for them. They're super successful in their business. They're super healthy. They're doing amazing. But guess what? That specific plan to get to those goals that they had is not something that's going to work for me. I can't pile 50 things on my plate at one time. I would rather take 2 years to get to the same place that person took 4 to 6 months to get to, by doing it the way that's going to work for me. And the reason I say that is because if I try to do it in 4 to 6 months, or I try to do it the way that they did it and it doesn't work for me, I'm going to get discouraged and I'm going to beat myself up. And if I don't change the plan, I'll give up on the goal. And the whole point of it is to not give up on your goal. The whole point of it is to keep pushing, whatever that goal is. Okay. Mine is to be healthier, to be a strong, independent woman who is running a business, who is setting good examples for their kids, who is working really hard to be healthier, stronger, and accomplish more and leave a mark on the world and help other people. That's my stuff, right? But I'm doing all of that with these little itty bitty goals, the little tiny things, because if I don't get on live and share, then I cannot reach other people. If I let my fear of doing something like that stop me, it doesn't get done. My bigger goal is not achieved ever. I would rather take those baby steps and find the fulfillment and excitement in accomplishing the little goals that boost my self-esteem, my mindset, my drive, and keep going. Just keep going. That's the whole point. I've spent my whole life going, oh my God, I'm almost 40 and I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where other people are. It doesn't fucking matter. It's not about other people. It's about me. And it has taken me until my late 30s to finally realize that I don't care if I'm not where other people think I should be or where I think I should be in comparison to other people. I still have time to get there. I still have time to get to a place where I am fully secure in who I am as a person, what I want, and what matters to me. I know most of that, but that fully secure thing, yeah, not so much. I'm really working on that. I have to be okay with whatever life throws at me. I have to, if I'm not comfortable with the way I look, I have to change it. Now, I'm fine with the size I'm at, but I'm not okay with the fact that I don't have strength in my upper body. I'm not okay with the fact that I have wings, from losing a bunch of weight and, not exercising or doing anything to work those muscles out. I know I can change these things, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to keep letting something stop me because it gets hard. And I'm not going to give up on my goal because my plan doesn't work. I'm going to change the plan as many times if I have to, as long as I get to that goal. And this is where I'm at, And I want other people to go through this with me. I want people to see this because I need people to help hold me accountable. If I'm not getting up and doing what I need to do, but I'm coming on here and sharing it with you, that's not going to work, right? If I'm coming on here and sharing it with you, then I'm going to keep doing it because now I'm not just holding myself. I don't have to just hold myself accountable. I'm holding myself accountable for other people as well. If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are on this journey with me. How am I going to do this if I'm not holding myself accountable? How am I going to share myself if I'm not holding myself accountable? That's not to say I'm not going to make mistakes. That's not to say I'm not going to have days where it sucks, but I'm doing this for myself and I'm doing this with all of you. So if any of you actually want to join me, kind of like, let's say, I don't know, you want to do yoga every morning too, and you want someone to hold you accountable because you suck at it like I do. Well, hit me up, private message me. We can start a group chat or something. I would love to be able to have other women encouraging me and me encouraging other women and build good relationships with you guys because I need that in my life. I think we all do. We all have our little safe bubbles and our little families and that's our safe place. But we need each other too. So maybe we could do this together. So anyways, that is where I'm at today. And I am really grateful that you guys are on this journey with me. And I'm really glad to have hit another goal and to be continuing to better things and push through and not give up. Bye.